Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna have to turn my camera off because I gotta let it charge up. It was so low, and it wouldn't even let me get access to my other live. So I don't know if that live gonna get lost in cyber. I don't know. Whatever. I hope I don't lose that live because I have some good likes on it, and I need every video I can keep my hands on because this last week I haven't been pushing my content out. So thank y'all for coming back over here, y'all. I'm gonna have to keep my camera off so let my phone charge up. So I'm gonna go ahead and just lay down to the side. But anyway, y'all, I'll probably have to come back tomorrow. But I'm glad y'all really accepted what I was talking about and all of that. I am silly child. Hey girl, what's up? What's up? What's up? Hold on, let me get this. Y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. But yeah, that's how I'm feeling, y'all. I just wanna change up my algorithm because in this walk, I just really want to get closer to God, get better, live a healthier lifestyle, and really just enjoy my life. You know what I'm saying? Um oh, hold on. No sound. Hold on. I hope this thing ain't tripping. I'm gonna tell. Okay. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? No sound? Can y'all hear me? Okay. All right, good. I just want to make sure y'all can hear me. Thank you for letting them know that I started a new one. I just wanted to let you guys know how I was feeling. Hey, Mary, how you doing, darling? I just wanted to let y'all know how I was feeling. I'm still. I feel. I To be honest with y'all, I do feel like I'm doing good though. Um, when I look back 2 years ago, where I was mentally, I do feel like I'm a lot stronger. I may not sound like it, but I promise y'all, I do really feel stronger. I just have, these times like this. And this is just reality, folks. This is just reality. So every day is not gonna be where you swinging. Yeah, we back to. I was just telling them that I appreciate y'all for hanging in here with me, understanding how I'm feeling. This week is tough. I probably do look like Glorilla. I probably do. Especially through the nose and the skin tone. When I was looking at her sister the other day when she put that wig on, I said, damn, she look like Tootie. That's my little cousin. So a lot of us have those features. And with her being from Memphis, I need to sit down and trace some stuff because ain't no telling, child. Them uncles and stuff, you know how they be getting down. Especially in Memphis, child. All of us could be related. You just never know. But oh, speaking of Memphis, y'all. So y'all hit that like button. So I'm gonna change the gears a little bit. Y'all, so the other day And I was gonna do a live about this, but I end up something happened. I want to talk to y'all. So I don't know if I ever told y'all about this, but I am since I have been going through grief and everything, and I've been kind of, you know how you just be looking at different things that maybe you want to get interested in, right? So, um, I have not been a big NBA fan. I used to be a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan. I used to really be a Dallas Cowboy fan. Now I'm gonna tell you where I am now. Um, when I had to take off and be a caregiver, y'all, I lost so much of myself. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all, because we got like 3 likes and 13 people. And I definitely gotta get my likes up because my algorithm is terrible. So I'm begging y'all, please help a struggling channel to get up to 5,000, y'all. Hit the like button. It's very important. I don't make a lot of money on this app, but I definitely gotta keep my engagement up. So please, if you're under the sound of my voice and there's 16 people in here, all 16 of you double tap that screen. All right, double tap that screen because if you in here, you in here because you like my voice or you like something. But anyway, let me get on to the story. All right, so well, dang, what was I talking about? I didn't forget already. Oh shit. I didn't forget what I was talking about. Somebody got to remind me. My menopause is coming up. Damn. Oh, the NBA. Okay. Damn. Thank you, Jesus. So, y'all, now I was a Dallas Cowboy fan, but when you become a caregiver, uh, in-home living caregiver, I didn't realize that my job was gonna be 24 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? So when I became a caregiver, I worked my mother's dementia was my employer and I was its employee. So you don't have no regular work hours when you what's up, Ronnie? You don't have no regular work hours when you take care of somebody with dementia. So y'all, I wasn't able to really enjoy television because you never know what gonna happen. Some things I would enjoy, especially if it's something that she was into, because that means she was chilling. So she liked a lot of YouTube. She liked to see people. Like she loved Miss V. Oh, she girl chatted with Miss V. She loved her because she looked familiar to her. So by seeing her talking, she would just be talking. So it made her feel like, I don't know. I don't know, but my mama liked chatting with Miss V. If my mama like chatting with Miss V, damn it, I am going. If Miss V got one video, I play it 100 million times. If that's what my mama like, okay, that's how I roll. So I wasn't able to really watch the things that I enjoyed. Okay, so let's put it like that. So I kind of lost the things that I enjoyed. Now, before I became a full time caregiver, I was very active in church. I was very active at the fan club, and I was very active with my sorority. Those were the 3 things that I was very active on. So, at any given day, as soon as school let out, if the Zetas were doing like and when you get to the grad level, it's all about service. So we would have, um, and I'm sure we still do. I'm just not active right now because you have to pay to be active and it is expensive. And my budget, y'all know I haven't really been employed for like, there was a long time when I really wasn't making, being a caregiver. I think I only made like $500 a week. So I was basically living off of that and my savings and blessings. And that's kind of how I survived. So financially, what I'm trying to do is get myself back to where I was so I can be a little more um lenient in my spending. I have just now this year, and I'm very proud to say this, I have just started getting my hair done, my nails done, and my lashes done. And I want to take time to really, really clap for myself for that because, and I know that don't seem like a lot to some of y'all, but let me tell y'all about me. Before my mom got sick, I was all about me. I was all about my makeup, my hair, my clothes, my da 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 da. Like everything had to be on point. When I had to become a caregiver, y'all, when I tell y'all, all I could do was keep myself clean. Y'all saw me. I usually kept me a braid style. And I would do my face and stuff like that sometimes. Well, at first I was doing it a lot. Girl, as she got sicker and sicker, I wasn't able to do none of that. Baby, she humbled me so until I had, baby. What they say, payback is a mother. Is that what y'all be saying? Where's Miss TMC at? Cause she would, baby, Miss TMC would be giving me some good old wisdom right now and laughing. Miss TMC, what y'all used to well, I ain't gonna say y'all because we same, we the same age, but they used to say uh they could show us better than they could tell us. Girl, when I tell y'all, payback is a mother. When I was little, whatever my mama, when she had to give up her life, when I tell y'all, she paid me back. Girl, mama had she might sleep 2 hours here, 3 hours there. Baby, I wasn't thinking about no makeup. I wasn't thinking about no hair. I was just thinking about keeping her clean, keeping her fed, keeping her in the house, keeping her safe, because she was always into something. So I really, really lost the things that I really like to do. So here's my point. Now we're about what, 6 years later, and now I gotta kind of start all over again, learning what Lucinda likes, what Lucinda doesn't like, because I'm a different person now. So I've been moving slow on jumping back into the former life that I had because I'm no longer that person. So, what I used to love when we used to do things for the community, y'all, like it would be very, very organized. So we always, I think we did those things once we started growing, we have different departments of the sorority. So basically our youth department has services that they do in the community. So sometimes you go to supervise them because those are kids, and their parents. A lot of their parents are in the sorority also, but some people's, some of the girls' parents are not in sorority. So however they know you. For example, my aunt was a Zeta, so I'm a legacy in that right. Um, but I still had to go through the process because it wasn't it was my aunt. It wasn't my mother. So, I would go with my aunt to sorority meetings, and that's how I learned about being a Zeta and what it was about and this and that. So that's how I got introduced to sororities, the Divine Nine, being around Black excellence at that time, because those were like the 70s, right? So these were mostly Black professional people that I got to see and see them interact as a kid now. So growing up, going to those places, hey, TMC, going to those places with my aunt, being around Q dogs and Alpha. See, I got a chance to be, Alpha at that time had a doctor's office, aka Maybe she had a beauty shop, but then my mama had a beauty shop. She wasn't in a sorority. So with my aunt being in a sorority and me being around my aunt, I got a chance to see the black excellence of Memphis. And so that was very, very important um growing up. So like I said, before my mother got sick, I was very, very active and in my sorority. And one thing we did was a lot of service. And one thing when I remember when I first got home from college and I got with the grad chapter, that's when the domestic violence initiative really, really, really kind of started here in Memphis. And y'all, I never will forget. There was a young lady that came in with a brand new baby. Oh, this baby was so cute. And she was a police officer. And y'all, she had been in a domestic violence situation with this guy that I went to school with. And she wrote a book about it. And she brought the book to the domestic violence seminar. And I met her, and we are still friends to this day, y'all. She is now a member of our sorority. And her book, she had some really, really good sales. She went into very good detail about being a police officer. The name of the book is Beaten with a Badge. What's up, T-Lo? The name of the book is Beaten with the Badge. It may be still available. If it's not available, y'all, I'm gonna get the link and see if she got some more. And I'm gonna share it with y'all. But she also was in a situation where she got attacked by one of the local crackheads here in Memphis too, and she had to end up switching out. She don't work for the police force anymore. I'm gonna have to get her to come on my channel and talk about that. I want y'all to meet her. Very, very interesting story. Very, very interesting story. But anyway, that was my first time really working with the community. Y'all, when I tell y'all, from then on, I was hooked. Like really, really just serving. Uh a lot of times, corporate, a lot of places would give us free things. Like if you're gonna have anything for the community and you go to Kroger, they'll say, what do you need? Like you can get so much free stuff and you're going to give it out to the community, because what that is that's letting people know Kroger cares, Walgreen cares, Tips World cares, Loving Lucinda cares, Tilo cares, and you get your name out there. And I loved it. I loved it. I mean, and ever since then I was hooked. We did a lot of homeless shelter things. One of the good things that I am so happy that they still do this is socks for seniors. That's one of the things that I started because my mother, as she got a little bit older, she would come with me to sorority meetings. So one day we were dropping off some stuff at the senior place, and she was like, they need some of them little socks. Uh because they were like, you know how they are in their little what you call a little community room where they have the TV stuff like that. My mom was talking about how some of the women needed some thicker socks when they were in there. And she was like, for Christmas, why don't y'all just go and get some of them socks at the dollar store and put them in some little Christmas bags and give them some little toothpaste and stuff. I said, that's a good idea. So, y'all, from that idea, my sorority started Socks for Seniors. And that year, I remember me and mom, we asked a couple of churches to buy some of those socks. Y'all know, little thick socks. And girl, y'all, people bought socks, toothpaste. Like people brought stuff that we didn't even ask for. But when we said that we were getting it for the senior facility right there, it's the one over there by Alcy. If you from Memphis, you know what I'm talking about. Yes, I wear glasses. I squint a whole lot. Yes, I do wear glasses. But if you from Memphis, you know the place I'm talking about. Y'all, we did such a good deed. And those residents, they were so appreciative. Cause and that's when I learned that most of their check goes for them to stay there. So the little extra that we give them, that's something that they can have. See, they really don't get use of their check. And they just kind of live off of whatever they can get. And I felt really good giving them things that they could use and they look forward to it. And I just got on a high from then. And that's where serving the community really became something that I love to do. And I don't know about my finances in the future, how soon I'll be able to get back active. But it's nothing stopping me from serving my community even now. So God is coming. God is coming. And loving Lucinda will be out there doing some things for the community soon. And I'm excited about it. I'm so excited about it. I can't wait to be able to give people in the right situations because there's so many people here that are suffering. Because remember what minimum wage is? I want to always remind you that that is what most of the people who live in this city make. I just want to put that out there. So most of the people who live in this city make minimum wage. So that lets you know that the resources here are not reaching the people. And that's a problem. And that's a real big problem. Because if you're making minimum wage and you're working one job, there's no way you don't need help. Because it's oh my God. I remember making minimum wage year before last. When I first when mama died, that first job, that job didn't I didn't make much. Well, I didn't it was more than minimum wage. I think maybe it was called a working wage, but it wasn't what I'm making now. And hell, to be honest with you, shit, what I'm making now, when I get through filling up my gas tank, paying all my little insurances and stuff, it's the extra shit, the internets and the cell phones and the streaming services and the groceries. It's the little unexpected stuff. Now the unexpected stuff, I feel like we kind of save for that. It's the everyday expenses that's killing our money, to be honest with you. Yes, working for the community is so fulfilling. Subway is one restaurant that donates food to nonprofit. We also worked hand in hand with a few sororities in the area. I really miss that. Yet through Tips World, the Zetas girl, now I haven't seen what they're doing lately, and to be honest with you, I ain't even been checking my oops, damn, hit myself in the face. I ain't even been checking my email, my national, because I always be a Zeta, but if I'm active on the local level, I'll be able to participate on more things. But I ain't really just had the money like that. But what I was saying was just this year I started getting my hair and my nails and stuff done. And I'm proud of myself because the old me, if I couldn't get my hair and nails done, child, you would have thought I had lost my best friend. But when I tell you, I was able to humble myself. Like when I tell you, I was able to forget about myself and put somebody else first. I'm really proud of how I was able to do that because being an only child, people always want to say, oh, you spoil, you selfish, You ain't gonna be able to take care of nobody because you don't know what it's like to share. That is not true. That is not true. So don't ever let nobody tell you what you can't do. Because when rubber met the road and I had to put all superficial things to the side and put somebody else first, I was able to do it. And I was able to do it without, you know, constantly telling everybody, hey, look at me. No, I made it work. I made it work. You know what I'm saying? And I was thinking about, I heard Fee talking about how mothers, single mothers, how yeah, I am black. People from Haiti are from black, and I'm not even from Haiti. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, child. I am black. I'm African American, mixed with a little Haitian. That's what I am. I'm a mutt. But what I was saying was, uh, now that I am beginning to, I made a commitment to myself, get your hair done. And it's not a vanity thing, it's putting love into myself. It's being pampered again. But now it takes on a whole new meaning because now I'm looking at it as taking care of myself. You know what I'm saying? Not to be vain, not to be showing everybody that I can get my nails done. That's not the point. The point is, I'm a lady. I want to look feminine. I want to look put together. That's what it's about. I feel like in this sector, we use some of the basic things to throw up in other women's face. Getting your nails done and your hair done is not a flex because you a female. That's what we do is beauty. But when we use stuff to uh put people down, I was looking at a 74 today, and I did get a membership on her channel because I was in her bushes. Cause now I'm more curious. Now that this little stuff thing came out, now I know how she trying to spin it. It sound like to me she trying to spin it kind of like it maybe was a lie or something like that. For all the talking that she does, she don't really just get to the point, and that kind of bothers me about her a little bit. But y'all, when y'all look at her with them wigs and stuff on, don't it seem like she trying to cover something up? Or is it my imagination? Cause why would you come? I mean, what's really going on? That's what I want to talk about now. I want to be a little like, let's just talk for real. What y'all think going on now? What's y'all real opinion? And if y'all want to go get y'all a fake page real quick and come and drop y'all comments, go ahead and make you a fake page real quick. I just want to know how y'all feeling. Cause when I tell y'all, I'm looking at her today and I'm saying to myself, girl, did you just do it or did you not do it? Cause you know why we looking at you. And you didn't took all this time. And listen, I ain't no hater. I like for people to fix their house up. Ain't nobody really jealous of you like that. People want to see you with your house fixed up. Ain't nobody jealous of you like that. And ain't nobody jealous that you able to have what you get. But this is what the people want to know. The folks want to know, what was it like? And I'm trying. I don't really want to be messy, but what we really want to know is, what was it like growing up? Like, just tell us the truth. Like, were you a little girl just wanting the best? looking forward to life, and all of a sudden something happened, and maybe your parents kind of didn't make some good decisions. Something in her milk isn't clean. TMC, that's what I'm talking about. Girl, let's talk about it. Something, cause I'm like, nah. Now 7-4. The people say not only was you a bad mother, they say you was an absent mother. And now that we look, you showing such a pretty picture, but there's so much that you don't show that makes us curious now. Because how are you a person that takes so much effort and so much intricate detail in every design on your nails, the beautiful, like the hair colors, all of this, but you will never get to the point. She was a mother from a child, though. She was a mother from a child. Yeah, let's talk about that. I feel like that's where a very big piece we're missing. As a child, if you become a mother, that's got to be horrific. Think about it. Our first encounter sexually, let's think back, it was horrific, right? Even though we may have liked the young man, it was horrific. The feeling of it was invasive. We didn't understand it. Couldn't you imagine that being a kid? Oh my God in heaven. And from someone maybe who you trusted, someone who took advantage, that is the worst you could do to a woman and a child. So hear me when I say there's a part of me that does have compassion for her because somebody did not keep that baby safe. Do you hear me? That's the worst thing you could do to a child is not keep them safe. That's the worst. Do you hear me? So, but then here's the part where I'm missing. It's a coldness to her. Have y'all seen it? It's a coldness to her. It's a part of her where she totally blocks out reality and she will not see reality. There's a part of her, like when she gets to talking and she just gets to going, she does not see reality. Have y'all listen? Did y'all see her today? All of a sudden, she was talking about something, and then she went to and John Lennon head and da. It's like once she gets something fixated in her brain, once she makes it up, it's her reality. And do y'all realize what y'all are seeing? Y'all are seeing what she does. Exact. Yes. T Lo, I knew I wasn't crazy. Y'all, listen, listen. I see this in children. And that's when I saw it in her today. I said, there you go. There you go. Her reality, she cannot live in her reality. Hear me, y'all. She cannot live in her reality. Her reality is too painful to recall. Hear me. Hear me. Her reality is too painful. Do y'all see this? She can't help it, baby. Oh, that thing hit me today. That thing hit me in my heart. And y'all know the other day I came out here and I was like, man, I can't see how she could do that. Man, she hurt my eye was like the other day I came out here, it was like I hated her. And then today I saw her totally different and I felt so bad. Cause I realized, Lou, she don't even know. Damn, that shit hit me. Oh, the baby don't even know. She don't even know. Cause she ain't never experienced pure love. Oh, that shit broke my heart today. 74. 74, you broke my heart today. Girl, I saw it. I felt that shit today, 74. I never realized what taking innocence was like. This is your way of surviving. You can't live in your reality, baby. Your reality was so painful. And that part of my heart irks for you. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, I didn't get it until today. I saw it. Exactly, Tilo. See, that's their way. That's their way. They deflect and they talk and they talk and they talk because when they're abused like that, they cannot tell you, Miss Lucinda, somebody is hurting me. So they'll come and they'll just talk, 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 talk because they cannot to tell you they will lose it. They will crash out, scream, holler. See, when you've been traumatized, your instinct and my instinct is to stop it. But true trauma takes over your body and you freeze. Your mind wants to stop the person, but fear comes over your body, and then what the violation does to you, it strips you. So it strips your brain. So your nervous system, everything reacts to that time and that place where you have been violated. So that's a tornado. Do you understand me? That's a tornado. Somebody took their trauma and they forced it on you as a child. And I believe that it happened so much to the girl that she can't even fucking live in reality. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Do you hear me? When you have been fucking violated so much that life, bitch, life is too much. Oh my God. 7-4. The shit that you've been through, bitch, I saw one fucking second of it and I couldn't live in it. And now I understand why. Oh my God. 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 How many times? How many times? 7-4. How many times? How many times? How many times? and for your mama not to be there. To be there and not to be there. And for you to experience the coldness. I can't imagine. Now I see why. See, at first I couldn't understand it when Marjorie was reading it. Because all of it ain't lies. Now, it may be a few lies twisted in there, here and there. All of this shit ain't no lie, bro. That's truth right there. That's a report. Hmm. Yep. I believe you did everything them folks said you did. I really believe it. And I believe you did it because I believe all you can see is your happiness. I believe that when you are violated like that, you have to become a cold hearted, unadulterated psychopath in order to survive. Hear me what I'm saying to y'all. If you're a psychopath and you give birth, you're going to give birth to a gamut of shit. And that's what you get. You probably got some compassionate kids. You probably got some psychopaths over there. And I'm crying right now because I weep for the child that was hurt that nobody came to rescue. That's what we see on this internet. That's why she can do the things she can do. Somebody didn't hear that child's cry. And that's what we see. That's what we see, y'all. That's a hurt person over there. And nobody, nobody was there for her. And mm, but this is what I don't understand, Sevenfold. When Miss Carver came to you and tried to discipline you a little bit, why is it that you couldn't accept the discipline? See, there was a pivotal moment when Miss Carver came to you in your chat and she said what she said, and then you reacted the way you reacted. Something snapped in you that day. Because you loved Miss Carver one day, and the next day you hated her. I watched you. You went from love to hate so quickly. It's like you can turn it on and off. Click, 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 click. And that's where it is. That's where it is. You don't feel regular emotions. You don't feel them. You don't feel regular emotions because you can't. That's when it hit me. I never knew that. That's it, Tilo. Oh my God. Why try to run to others' life? Because you can she has never ever listen, Tilo. When you've been violated, baby, you can't be in your life. And your life your life is too painful. So you have to imagine, you have to live in a fantasy. You see how today, how she was all excited about my grandbaby, my grandbaby, my grandbaby, my grandbaby, my grandbaby. Do y'all see how it was kind of like made up or something? Like even when she's uh holding her grandson, sometimes it's almost like she's showing you a doll and then she puts it away And then she comes back and pretends again. Y'all ever seen a horror movie where a person can be out their body and then come back to themselves? That's what. That's TMC. You said it. You said I told y'all to watch. You said it to watch Primal Fear. You sure did. And I watched it. And that boy transformed to two different people right before my eyes. And I said, oh my God, there it is. I saw you sevenfold. I saw you in that movie. It made sense to me today. I saw you today. Something in you switched so quick, sevenfold. I saw it and I said, oh, I jumped back. I jumped back. I said, oh my God, she's pretending. She's pretending. When you brought up the baby shower pictures, was them some pictures that somebody sent you? Because why wasn't you live from the baby shower? I don't get that. That shit bothered me. She turns in on when she goes live. She greets the chat with a huge smile for the duration of the live. It's too much. Just go live. Dress up. Yes. Yes. It's like she has to she has to go through a process to become she has to go through a process to become her alter person. And I get that part, right? I get that part because I'm an only child. So I get that imagination part. I get the dressing up. I get that part. Because it's fun. I'm an only child, so I live in that imaginary space, right? I get that part. But what I don't get is the human side of her. Because it's almost like she can pretend for hours. Y'all know how I can come on and I can be funny Lou, right? But then when it's time for me to be Lucinda, I can be that. I show you different emotions. You see me when I'm happy. You see me when I'm sad. You see me da da da. But with her, to be honest with you, I don't see when she's happy, sad, or indifferent. I don't see her when she's happy, sad, or indifferent. Am I missing something? Because her voice, her face to me, it never changes. She's always over. She's never calm. Have y'all noticed that? Or is it me? It's like she's on 25 for hours and hours. How is she not exhausted? Have y'all noticed that? How is she overboard 24 hours out of a day? How is she that? Hmm. Follow what I'm saying. Watch her. Watch her. And then watch the people. Because there's a connection there that we're missing. I don't know what it is, though. Because I know that the people can see what we see. I know that they can see what we see. But there's still something over there that's a big question mark. Because here's my question. If you and I can watch her and we can see it, and if they can see it, because they see exactly what we're saying, What is their justification? That's what I want y'all to explain to me. What's their justification? Is it because they themselves vibe? I see you. What's up? Geeked up. Yes. Baby, when I tell you the geek monster is heavily the geek monster. I don't know how the geek monster comes. I don't know if the geek monster is in a rainbow of powder. I don't know if the powders are in different colors. But bitch, what I can tell you is there are blue stars and blue diamonds all through that motherfucker there. Do you hear me, bitch? When I tell you there are nursery rhymes going through that motherfucker, when I tell you the level of highness in that motherfucker has got to be a level of highness that nobody else can experience. Because I said to myself, bitch, I believe you seeing blue stars and blue diamonds. I swear for God, today she saw some blue stars and blue diamonds. I swear to y'all she did. Could it be meds? Could it be meds? Could it be meds? I don't know. Cause see, I haven't experienced that level. The level that I have experienced are something that you can buy locally. That's all I have experienced. Because that's all I'm willing. I don't want to go. I don't want to go so far up in the clouds when it comes to this has always been my philosophy on drugs. Okay. I never want to get so high to where I'm amazed. Feel me? I had a surgery on my foot, and those of you out who watch my shorts when I get my feet done, you've seen it. And it's a rare thing that I get from my mom, but it's called a ganglion cyst. Have y'all ever heard of it? You may be able to look them up, but it's a cyst, and it's a jelly type of thing growth that'll grow in a joint area, and it happened to me when I was in high school. Actually, yeah, true story, no shit, right? And it came up, and my mother was just frantic, right? You could touch it. It was it was a ganglion cyst. We ran over to the what you call them, the what's the foot doctor, y'all? Put the name of it. It's a oh dang, I forget the name. Foot doctor. It's a foot doctor. I can't think of its ODI something. I can't think of the name, guys. Somebody put it in the chat. But it's a foot doctor, right? So my mom found, of course, the best one in Memphis. And his name was, oh, he has a whole clinic now. Right there on Poplar and Yates. He has a whole foot clinic. You are making sense. Follow me. I liked her at one time. She seemed funny, smart, and seemed to have confidence and compassion. But when the true her came out, T-Lo, I did too. And that bothered me. I was like, wait now. I can't be this crazy and this disconnected. I liked her. And I said, maybe it's because of the age, but I'm very much into theatrics. You know what I'm saying? My mother took me to the theater. I liked Peter Pan dancing up and down and shit like that. I like colorful wigs. I love when the girls get them blonde wigs and dye them junks and had them junks slayed to the guards, girl. Like, I'm here for it. Hence her name. I'm here for that. But now I don't too much like them kind that she be putting on hers because I feel like knowing her, she could probably dye her own wig and pluck it and put it on. Cause that syntheticness, when she gets to sweat, how it gets to bumbling up and stuff, knotting up, I don't like that. But anyway, I digress. Okay. The hair, the makeup, the whole 9 yards, the entire package is like a jack in the box doing too much all the time. That's what I was getting ready to say. Now, y'all know I'm a makeup wig lover. Okay. I love the nails. I love all that shit. I'm a Memphis girl through and through. And in Memphis, we is crazy about us some lashes. Y'all done seen us on social media. We is crazy about our hair being laid, fried, with a whole bunch of damn spritz in it where it can't fucking move. And we is crazy about us some over the top nails. We are over the top down here in the South. Y'all know this, man. So when I see somebody else with a whole bunch of colors and shit on their nails, a bitch like me gets excited. It's the Southern. Oh, this bitch got 50 colors on her toes. This is my girl. That's how we feel when we see somebody like that. Okay? So when I'm seeing her, I'm like, oh, yeah, this finna be my girl right here. But then it's like she never comes down off of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like that jack in the box. The box don't never, the jack don't never go down in the box, and you be like, well, damn, we stick like damn. It's 2 hours later, and you still entertaining me on 20. You ain't tired yet? You don't need no water, no snack, no break. Long, y'all. I might as well stay on the. She didn't come live for a minute, and that's when she changed to this no confidence person who couldn't stand up to her friend. Now that's now. That's when we see the abused girl. That's when we see the abused girl. Because when she has shown and exposed her real self, whatever it is that she has exposed to Toothless, she is afraid of it being revealed. Cause ain't no way in the fuck two low down, dirty, trifling hoes could love each other that much. Just ain't possible. But to a motherfucker that don't show real raw emotions, they can be friends. Think about it. See, me and you can't be friends because we know love. We know real raw emotion. But to people who don't know real emotion, who have not experienced love, who have not been shown love, who have not given love, you can turn it on and off whenever you want to. And that's a scary motherfucker. Stay away from a motherfucker who can control their emotions on the drop of a dime. Be very wary of a motherfucker like that because that's not human, folks. We don't shame black women enough for wearing wigs. We don't. We do need to start shaming women to some point of reality when it comes to some of this hair. Because we have taken it to a whole nother level. Like, we didn't get to the point where we don't give a fuck about a hairline. We have given up natural hair fibers. We have sold our soul to synthetic fibers. We don't want no real hair on our body. We wax off every fucking. Let me tell y'all something. We didn't waxed off our real eyebrows and took synthetic shit because I do it. So I can't, girl. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. All of us gonna die looking like we been on chemotherapy because we ain't got not where, girl. That's why I have thrown away all my wigs. I do sew-ins now because I said to myself, I'd be damned if I don't see my scalp for the rest of my life. Exactly. Hers is a real character. Hers is a real character. And that's what I saw today. I said, you know what? This child is in character 24 hours a day. Y'all, if she ever unravels and gets to the real her, she's going to need 5 therapists on standby. She's not going to be able to have, because she's going to have to go back to the hurt kid to, whenever you heal in therapy, you must go back to the traumatic event and rework your brain. That's how therapy works. What happens is the traumatic event that has happened, you never get past it. You just go around it in circles. And until you go and unpack the traumatic event, you can never work through it. And that's where a lot of us Black women, that's where we miss the mark in therapy, because we choose, it's easier for us to live in delusion. It would be easier for me to come on here inebriated on some substance every day and not talk about my mother. It would be easy for me to do that. But if I did that, you would see it. Okay? What I choose to do is go to the point of where I saw her leaving and then accept that she is gone. You understand? Because that's the reason why I talk about our last moments. Because when our last moments were happening, I was in delusion telling myself that it was not happening. Hear me. That was the only way that I could mentally be there without taking my head and crashing it through a wall. That's my last parent. You mean to tell me when I walk out of here, I no longer have no parent at all forever? Like today? You mean to tell me that it's over? My brain could not process that. So through therapy, I go back to that and I unpack it. Now I can say, oh, my mother body gave out, but my mother's soul is with God. Oh, my dad's body gave out, but my dad's soul is with God. Oh, okay. I'm not alone. They're still here. They're on the other side. They've seen his face. So that's why I can't see them, but I still feel the love. They still love me. And this is my life going forward. Oh, okay. That's what therapy does. That's what therapy does. That's what you miss when you walk around in delusion thinking that you're perfect without going to someone and saying, hello, I've had something bad happen to me. Help me through this. Hello. That's what therapy does, people. You don't get a badge of honor for being perfect 24/7. That's not what life is. Being pretty all the time. Being able to flash money, that doesn't make you a good person. And that's what I saw from her today. I said, oh, now I see you. I'll never be able to see her the same after this. I'll always see that Jack in the Box every time I'll see her. And I'll always feel sad for her. Yeah, it's a blessing for real. And when I realized that she doesn't have that, I realized how rich I am. See, I may not be able to gift 50 super stickers. I may not be able to gift 50 memberships. I may not be able to gift 50 members. I may not be able to gift 50 cash apps. But I got precious memories. I had safety with the males in my family, and the females in my family protected me, and the males in my family. I got precious memories, and that's something that she'll never have. And I ate for her today because I realized that there's something that she'll never have. And that's the reason why I get up and I teach every day. Because I realize I'm the only precious memory some kids will ever have. In a way, I kind of thank her. Because her and One Tooth and a couple others out here, that's what my students will become if I don't get off my ass and teach like my fucking hair is on fire. If I don't instill into them that therapy is okay, failure is okay, loss is okay, it's how you move through it. If I don't show them that, and if I don't give them a good education, we're going to have a whole bunch of crazy, wiry ass motherfuckers running around here all over this damn country. So I'm going to get up and do my part to stop this shit because I don't want to see no more motherfuckers like that ever again in life. That's how I'm feeling today. Child, the therapy thing, years ago, I went to therapy, and this therapist had me tap into the stages of my childhood. I couldn't believe how, at one point, I cried tears. The ugly cry shocked me. Yes! Therapy takes you there because there are instances in our life where things get crossed, and we have to go back to that point, and it's like a roadmap. And it's like, even though you may have gotten on a track, you still got to go back and clear that path up. And I feel like that's our responsibility as humans so that the others that come after us can have the map a little bit clearer. So our map is important. Those tears made you human. They made you connect. The problem is we've stopped connecting. When you don't experience love, when you don't experience those things as children, when you don't experience safety, when you don't experience shelter, they shape you. And this is what we're seeing run rapid on our algorithms. And we got to be careful because a lot of these fools, we're going to have to start blocking them because a lot of stuff that they're saying, that gets into our spaces, we don't want to be contaminated. But when I tell you today opened my eyes a lot of what I saw, I had to take a nap after I saw it because I was like, oh my God. Did I really, really see this? And I saw it today. I saw it today. I know others of you have seen it, and other people have seen it. And I know people probably take this video and twist it because I'm not bringing her down at all. I'm not bringing her down. I'm actually understanding now. Because at first I thought people would just come out here to be hateful, to be hateful. But now I really feel like these people can't help it. They don't know any better. And they really think that when we say they need therapy, they think that we're putting them down. But what we're really saying is true. But they don't want to accept it because they think that we're being mean. A lot of times, some of your best friends can be your enemies. Hear me when I say this. Sometimes an enemy will just tell you raw and uncut what you need to do. They'll say, you just need to take your ass, you need to go to school or get a job or do something. What they're saying is be productive. Find something in life to do. And you so busy being defensive till you don't realize this person is telling you what you need to hear. It wasn't, girl, let me tell you something. I grew up with my mom and dad and sure it wasn't perfect. It was not perfect. When I talk to you about them, I talk to you about some of our good times and some of our bad times. But I'm thankful for what I'm thankful for them was for how they showed me how to connect with God and to pray and to ask God. And they showed me that even though they can fail and they can fall down, that in the end, when they did do better, they became better. Because I remember seeing them when they were younger and maybe they didn't make such good decisions. But then I saw a change in them when they were committed to do better, and I saw better in them. It's like what Gamma said. And I'm so thankful for that now. I am just so thankful for that now. I didn't realize it when I was growing up. I really thought that they was poor and stuck back in time and a little weird. But I realize now that they gave me the best things ever. I never had a two-parent household. The stress, the streets raised me. Well, let me tell you something. However you got here, you got here. Now what? Now what we gonna do? Now we here. Now what? However we got here, we're here. Now what we gonna do? Now what we gonna do, y'all? You was born a poor. I was born a poor black child too. Just because I had two parents don't mean I was rich. Oh. Being a two-parent household does not determine how much money you have. And being in a two-parent household does not determine if you're gonna turn out good. Being in a two-parent household sometimes can be toxic because they're going to argue. You got two people who have loved each other, who maybe misunderstand each other, who may not be able to communicate with each other, who may have other things going on. You see what I'm saying? And you're a child of that. So we got to give them grace too. You know what I'm saying? We got to give them grace too. If they protected us, if they loved us, and even if they didn't protect us, y'all, we got to give them grace. Because you can't protect yours 24/7. As much as you try, you can't. Should you be judged? But you're doing the best you can. You trying. Ain't too much to do. I try not to think about the past. Yeah. But there's a certain part where we can't get past our past. And the only thing I would say to you is, as long as you make peace with yourself and as long as you're good, I'm good. That's all I can say. I can't judge anything. I can't give you any super words because life just ain't super, you know? I'm trying to figure this out with you, not before you. And I come out on my platform to give honest people a chance to just connect, to talk, to figure it out, and just to do better. That's all. Because obviously, some of the choices that I made in my past were not the best. And I don't want to go down those roads again, people. So I'm out here to connect with y'all to see if y'all got a better way of helping me live this thing called life. And then whatever I have to offer you, I'm willing to pass it on to you. And my prayer is that we all live our lives to the best of our potential, you know? But I just don't want these algorithms and some of the people who we see on social media and some of the things that they say. I don't want it to cause us to have a disconnect with God. Because you can see so much stuff on this. Y'all, sometimes I get so into true crime until I can watch it for hours. And then I wonder why I'm sad. Well, hell, you just watched true crime for 3 hours. What the hell do you expect? That's what I mean by changing my algorithm. I started, looking at things that were more spiritual, things I needed to learn. I've even gotten into watching outdoor sports. Just really trying to get into like sports, even hunting, painting, just different things because I'm not gonna let these algorithms send me to hell. And when I scrolling through social media, one person cussing, one person wishing death, one person lying, I'm like, wait, 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 wait. No, no wonder. No wonder my attitude is bad because I'm listening to true crime for 2 hours. I'm listening to 5 minutes of somebody talk about they want somebody to die. Then I'm over here, girl, get it together. I'm just talking about Lucinda. I ain't telling nobody to go unsubscribe. I ain't saying none of that. I ain't saying I don't rock with this person. I don't rock with that person. Because to be honest with you, you know what? Only person I'm rocking with is God. There are people out here who I like, I support, and as long as they respect me, I'm going to respect them. I'm going to try to really disconnect from watching where people go. I'm gonna try to do that. Hey, Mayday, how you doing, girl? I'm gonna try to really disconnect from that. It's hard. And God bless them. Poor people. Yes. Thanks. And you're right. Just wish things were different. Right, right. Protect your peace. You're right. And listen, I understand. I definitely understand. I can just come out here and share with you guys from my platform now, when I talk about loving Lucinda, I really want to love myself differently and open up my brain to different things and to really get to know myself on a different level. And listening to certain demonic things on the internet, I'm not going to reach my highest potential listening to that. And for me, that's why I'm working on changing my algorithm. Uh, and I want to encourage those of you, you guys have different interests. Make you a channel and let's be the change. Like some of you like poetry, let's see some poetry. Some of you like to paint, do things. Let's see that. Because nothing is going to change in our lives unless those of us who are complaining, we got to start changing. Yes, it won't yes, you ain't going to have that many views at first. Yes, you going to have to I know you see somebody getting 25 super chats and you want to have it like them, but guess what? You don't know what goes on with that person. So do not watch what people get on social media and think that that's a recipe for your life. That's a big mistake that I made. When I got out here, I thought that if I was in the right chats, that I would be doing what that person is doing. And that's not how it works. First of all, I'm not that person. I don't have their life. I don't have their circumstance. I don't have whatever it is they got. So I feel like that's the reason why in this sector we throw around jealous. Well, y'all jealous. No, 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 no. It's not jealousy. A lot of us can see that a lot of people on here are junkies, thieves, just bottom of the barrel. And I'm not saying every junkie is bad because you got some professors out here that's junkies. They just got some bad shit. So being a junkie ain't just a negative thing because things happen. But what I'm saying is there's so much manipulation and so much pretend out here that I feel like some of us create these storylines. So it's easy for you to think when my camera's off that I'm this great dynamic person and I help everybody and da 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 with my camera off. But with my camera on, check this. Reality. Oh, she just a regular person laying in her bed like me. Oh, she ain't superwoman. Oh, just think about that for a second. So when TMC talked about that Jack in the Box, that's what that's where we are, folks. We at the Jack in the Box sector. What's up, the real Brooklyn? I had to drop out the bushes to say we all grow. We have two things in common: a birth certificate and a death certificate. Whoa, that's deep. He said, I had to drop out the bushes to say, we all grow. We have two things in common: a birth certificate and a death certificate. Wow. That's deep right there. Those are the two things we got in common: that birth certificate and death certificate. All that space and time in between, that's a whole different story. Damn, Brooklyn, you man, you dropped that off like the Oracle. That's some real shit. Grown out life. Yep, it's written. It is written. You're right about that. That's deep. I'm gonna have to put that in my journal. We all got two things in common. That was some major knowledge right there, Brooklyn. Major knowledge. Yeah, y'all, but that's how I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? I had to come to y'all and talk to y'all about that. After I woke up, I was like, man, I gotta talk about this because what I saw today, I was like, whoa. And then I remember that movie Primal Fear and TMC. She talked about that. She talked about that. And I remember the first time I saw Primal Fear, I was amazed that that actor was able to really bring that moment alive and really show that part of mental illness. And there's going to be a mental health expo here this weekend from 12 I think to 3 in Millington. I think I'm going to try to drop by there and see. Our county is doing a lot on mental health. Like they're having like these town hall meetings and like trying to tell about resources. Y'all, as Black people, we need to start being involved. I want to start going to those things in my community and maybe even take y'all with me to some of it because I want to speak out. The our communities, the Black community, we're suffering from mental illness more now than ever, y'all. And when you look at this sector, you see why. Look at how much unhealed trauma that's up and down our algorithms. And some of us participate in it. You just saw me and one of my other supporters just talking about how we like this person. And we're not saying that we don't necessarily like her now. We're not really saying that. What we're saying is what attracted us to her was dot, dot, and dot. But as we've watched her, we have seen the dysfunction and it has triggered us to make us more conscious. See, I feel like people will listen to me and say, oh, she's judging her. She's talking about her. I am not talking about her because of what I saw in her today. I realized what I missed, but then I picked up on this was an child that was not protected, was not kept safe, was not valued. And this became a mother. And her becoming a mother, she birthed others that are documented with issues. Hear me closely. If we as a society do not reach out and make single motherhood a high priority in our communities, we are going to destroy our whole country. Listen at this. How many 74s do you have out there? How many 74s have birthed other 74s? How many 74s have birthed other 74s and are raising 74s right now? I'm not saying 74 is a bad thing, but go back with me. We know a little bit of her history, right? Can we agree on that? Hold on, let me read this. Facts. Life too short. People have to realize it's life after YouTube. I'm a Pisces, March 2nd. Okay, fellow Pisces. I'm February 26th. I'll be seeing you in other chats. So it's nice to meet you. I hope you consider subscribing and coming by. Cause I like these types of talks. Listen, I'm not putting this woman down. She ain't no different from me or nobody else. It's the experiences that have shaped her, y'all. Check this. Whatever part that our community, because even though mom didn't protect her, maybe if the right teacher had seen something in her and was able to say to her, I know you're hurting. When you get a chance to, let me be able to help you get to these right resources. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if uh schools picked up on the ones that's being abused or not protected or neglected. You see what I'm saying? If we're able to point them out in the schools and help to give them the right resources so that maybe they won't get pregnant. Maybe they won't keep having babies. See, what happens is when you're in high school, y'all, and when you're violated as a child, sex becomes what you think is love. Remember, we thought sex was love. Remember when you and I was 15, 16, 17, 18? Remember how we felt? Go back to that time. When I was at that time in my life, at 16, a boy could tell me anything. Think about this person. Think about if I was a parent at 16. I wouldn't have been a good parent, folks. It's a very good chance I wouldn't have been a good parent, especially if I wasn't protected, especially if I wasn't loved, especially if I wasn't valued. Give a shit. Nobody did it for me. Fuck you, me. Tell me you haven't seen that attitude walking down your street. Tell me you haven't seen that attitude in your family. Oh, she all right. Ain't nothing wrong with her. He all right. Ain't nothing wrong with him. Did we miss something, folks? Because it's 7-4 today, but it can be 7 Lucinda tomorrow. So I can't put her down, but I can recognize what I see and say, oh, y'all, let me put a pin right here. So if I feel like I see this in somebody, I could say, hey, if you need somebody to talk to, I'm available. Sometimes it's just that. Sometimes it's saying, you know what? I see a little something in you. I don't know if you realize it, but hey, if you ever need to talk, I'm available. Sometimes maybe it's just that. You know what I'm saying? Because I saw something today and I felt like I misjudged her. I misjudged because I was looking at the action. I was looking at the report. I was looking at what's said. And then my first judgment was, how could she do such a thing? But then I was curious and I watched and I saw something in her today. And I said, there it is. There it is. So if I have made a lapse in judgment, if I have misjudged, think about how much you've misjudged. Think about how much the other people out there have misjudged. A lot of us are different because of how we were raised. That's why some of us are so different. That's the reason why. And that's the reason why we cannot identify with some decisions that other people have made and that have, their public record, perhaps. I don't know all the ins and outs. Whatever the case may be, we have become privy to, some life decisions and we've been judging, you know, and hopefully we're learning. Hopefully we are. I don't know. My hope is that we learn something from hearing all of this, and that we save some people from making mistakes like this. Okay, let me show your thing. Okay, I like sevenfold. Nobody can't judge but God. The past is the past. I was molested by my uncle. Okay, thank you for sharing that. I'm sorry that that happened to you. Um, I really am. And thank you for, and you are welcome to give your perspective. I don't dislike her. I don't like Rita. Can I be honest with you? That's who I don't like. Okay. Sometimes when I look at people who like Rita, I just put them in the circle of Rita. And at one time, I liked her too. But once you cross me, it's hard. It's especially once you come against my family. Once you speak of my family, I just take that differently. I take that real, real differently. So because I don't like Rita, 7-4 told me I couldn't come over there, basically. And that's respected. You see what I'm saying? Because in this sector, loyalty is big, but now that I have experienced this sector, I see loyalty as being a hindrance as well. So I'm a little bit conflicted on that because, and let me tell you why. How can I be loyal to a person that I don't know? See, at one time I thought I could when I started my platform, right? Because I felt like, well, if that person gets this many people, I can get this many people, and then I can grow my people from that people, and then da 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 da, right? But that's not how life works. We think life is like an algorithm, and that's not how it works. Because you're different. So, with that being said, I may have to work on my judgment of people who like other people. You feel what I'm saying? Because it could be that because that person crossed me, maybe that person hadn't crossed the other person because at one time I liked the person too. Because let's just be on social media, it's like you're skipping stages and making friends, right? So we don't get a chance to see where you live, where you work, who your parents are, where you come from. We don't get to see that part. So we don't get a chance to make an assumption. So we just become friendly off of our interaction with each other. And that can become very, very tricky when you call yourself being loyal. Because when I used to be over and with Rita, I remember one day she was talking about Roz. And at the time, I didn't like Roz. So it was Kiki Kaka. And she said something about Roz's son being dead, Brooklyn, and it stuck with me because here I was taking care of my mother, ailing mother, and I'm listening to this lady just speak some of the most demonic stuff. And I'm like, Lucinda, you being a hypocrite because, yeah, you want your mom to live forever, but you just listen to this girl talk about and being almost like she was happy that this person lost her son. How how do you think God sees you? That's how I think. That's how I think. That's how I think. Evil communication corrupts good manners. And that's where that teaching right there, that's what made me get to the point where I said, I cannot be around this Rita person. Then the more stuff that came out about her, like the stealing from the elderly and all of that. And it's like, you know what? And people start saying, Lucinda speaks fake. She this, she that. But in good conscience, if I knew them face to face, I wouldn't be caught dead around somebody like Rita. I wouldn't be caught dead. See, behind these cameras, things get twisted. That's why most times I turn it on. Because I want you to see who you're listening to. So there won't be no misunderstanding now. I want you to see my heart. I want you to see me as a human. See me up, down. See what I'm saying? So that you know that I'm like you. That's important. Can't come out here pretending. Not when we living in a world like we live in today. We didn't pretend it enough. So that's kind of my experience with her. And then, of course, these recent events. I did. I came out here one morning. I mean, I judged her heavily. But today, something different happened. And that's why I wanted to share that with y'all because it's the sin, it's not the sinner. And I read this scripture and the pastor talked about this Sunday. And when I told when I tell y'all he beat me with this, I felt like he was just really, really beating me. He kept talking about how you have to love people who misuse you. And I just wanted to fight the air. Cause why is that part hitting me now? And I was like, so everybody that has misused me or said something about me or said something about my family, da 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 da. You're telling me I got to love them? This is what you're saying to me. This is what I'm taking out of Sunday. And I have shared this with y'all before. Lately, that has been punching me in my jaw. And it hit me. If you want to steal, if you want to go to where, if you want to go further and you want to be with me, you want to go further to what and have access to what I have for you, you got to allow me to work in your life. So that means that you got to work on loving people that misuse you. And I'm like, I could pretend, but I heard a voice say, no, you can't. So that means that I got to, much as I can't stand Baps, you mean to tell me I got to love her as much as I can't stand, want to? I got to love her. Now, this just two examples, y'all. And the answer was yes. Oh my God. But I just came out here and passed judgment on somebody. So you say I got to love. What you mean? I don't get a chance to talk about this person and judge them. They've been an awful person. What you mean? I should be able to. Yeah, you can do what you want to do. But this is what the word says. And that's all I've been left with. So I got a lot of work to do, y'all. I got a lot of work to do because in my Christian brain, I feel like long as somebody talk about me, I got as much license to be as hateful and as mean as I can. And that's not what the word says. So now loving Lucinda is out here exposed. She got to come out here in front of the people and learn how to love people who she can't stand and who she likes to talk down on. Oh, why me? Oh, you said you want to heal from grief, right? You say you want to show people on your platform how to become better, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, if you want to become better, then you got to go by what the word says. Why y'all didn't tell me being an adult was gonna be this hard? Why y'all didn't explain to me that by being an adult and by walking in the Christian walk, that every day I'm gonna see where I'm falling short and that I'm gonna see where I gotta do better? Why y'all didn't tell me this? Oh God. We all have issues, understandable, but some things said is what makes things go left and not be cool. Exactly. Now I'm not going back on that. Now when I say love, I don't mean support. I don't mean see, this is where I'm learning. When it says love, it don't mean love like we best friends. It means that I gotta work on hmm. I don't quite know how to say it. I gotta work on my harsh judgment, but yet being understanding. Okay, so understanding people's dysfunction and making it easy for them, or what word am I trying to use? Understanding a person's dysfunction and yet falling for their BS is two different things. See, I can love and okay, I can understand this person's bad decisions or this person being helpful. I see why they are, but at the same time, I'm going to discuss why it's wrong and learn from it. I'm gonna try not to get too personal because like Tilo said, it's how I say it, how it goes left. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, here's this woman. We all know her. Whoop de wham, right? Yeah, we liked her. Hmm. Now we've heard some things about her. Okay. Now the old me would say, okay, we can hate her now, But the new loving Lucinda is saying, hold on, Lou. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. You want to be like God, right? Yes. You can't do that. You can't. You got to find a way to still love while learning. There's a big difference. See, I don't like the actions that she has taken with some of her children, but I can't judge her all the way too harshly. Be Listen what I'm saying now. I can't judge her too harshly because a lot of what she has exhibited is she's a product of her environment. But can I say, look here, do you see what we have done to the community by not addressing and not being a safe haven? Can you see? Yes, Nikki, forgiveness. On behalf of your kids, sevenfold, I forgive you, babe. For your children's sake, I forgive. Because they didn't know what was done to you beforehand. And I forgive the people who did it to you, sevenfold. Because they birthed something in you. And that wasn't your fault, babe. It wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault. Somewhere the community failed you, sevenfold. And I forgot that part when I judged you. Because one person's downfall is the downfall of the whole community. And somebody should have been there for you. Somebody should have been there for you. Oh, this is a cycle. But how it can be better is hopefully you will get some help, because the reason why we say that you need help is because you've birthed some people who've also made bad decisions. And then what we see from you, what you exhibited, you're not addressing the issue. And we can see it. Now, I know coming from me, you'll say it's a broke hole, and I don't know what I'm talking about. But I really wish you get help. And there's some brokenness in your relationship with your kids, and we can see it. I want you to address that, sevenfold. I want you to fix that. Hear me. Fix it before it's too late. Don't you let nothing happen to your kids and you don't fix your relationship. Because we can see it. You covering up something and you making it so pretty because you don't want us to see the inside, sevenfold. We can see it behind your eyes. We can hear it in your voice. We can see it. And that's why it's easy for you to uh, to to choose unavailable people. Cause today, when you said what's his name came in the house, he wasn't bit more no more concerned about what you was talking about than a man on the moon. He pays you no fucking attention. None whatsoever. And you okay with it. I noticed that when y'all was in Mexico, y'all's interaction It reminded me of Mr. West and Miss Sarah. They was an old couple next door. They had been together for years. And she would just be buzzing around like a bee. And you never saw too much from him. But they had been together a long, long time. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all kind of reminded me of. You don't get too much reaction from him. You know, I've always been very, very leery of men like that. I'm very, very leery of men like that who don't give me much reaction. I don't like it. It makes me very nervous. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Alarm bells start going off. Why is he so quiet? Why is he so removed? I don't know, but since you had your camera on, and I don't be looking, I'm just telling you what I saw. And I said to myself, is this man not paying no attention to her? Or is she not paying no attention to him? Or is he just used to her? Because some men just be used to you and they just don't pay you any attention. I don't know, but it just I don't know. It's just the inter when y'all interact, you're the only person that talks. Nobody else really does any talking. You know what I'm saying? And that makes us uneasy because that makes it look like y'all pretending over there because you're the only one, and then your presence is so over the top to it makes it seem like you're trying to get everybody's attention to look at one specific thing and ignore whatever else is going on. That's what it gives off. And that's the reason why people react to you the way we do. You think that people are jealous of you. It's not that. It is not that. And the people around you, when you say it, they're agreeing with you, but they're not saying, no, that's not what they're saying. They're saying this because you act like a on the road clown 24 hours. It's like you never stop. You never stop. It's like you just keep going and going and going and going and going. You got more fat. It's like if an AI hood, if AI had a hood version that you could turn it on and talk 24/7, that would be you. You know every fact, you know every fiction, you know everything, and you just never stop. And I'm like, oh my, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. And that's what the kids do. They never stop. And a lot of it is their brains because their brains are processing, so they have to talk it out. And that's why I have to be kind of calm. And when they're talking, I have to take what they say and give it back to them in more of a organized fashion. Like when they get to just rambling, I'll have to say, so last night, and I have to give it to them in steps because kids, that's just what kids do, but they're developing. But as a 50-year-old woman that does that, that's a very key indicator to us that something is wrong. And we're trying to tell you that, and you're not listening to us. We see the dysfunction in you. And what we're trying to tell you is that whatever happened to you, sevenfold, it's not healed. And we don't think you see that. We see it. we can forgive, but we never forget. You can have distance love from afar. Yeah, you can have distance love from afar. I think I'm struggling with the word love when it comes to people who I don't like. And I guess that's the human side of me. But also, to be human, I do have to be able to exercise love. I think that nowadays we want to have a reason to hate, and it's easy now because it's accepted. But I got to push myself to love people that I don't like. It's okay for me to not like you, but it's not okay for me to not love. And loving does not mean agreeing. Loving means seeing something, keeping it in a distance, saying, Lord, bless that situation and keeping it moving. That's love, you know? But I'm still struggling. I'm still struggling with that. When she sees her pray and gets focused on it, that's all it's going to be. And her demeanor flips. Yes, because she was raised in a environment like a jungle. My mama used to say, she used to say, Lucinda, she's raised in the jungle and the animal is still in her. I used to be like, what? What? Well, what she was trying to tell me was certain people, the way they was raised, the animal is still in them, Lucinda. You are out here with animals. Recognize what it is. So you may like animals. You may love animals. But hell, you can't sleep in the bed with them, fool. You can't take them in as pets. Not all of them. Some you can, some you can't. That's what she was trying to teach me. She was trying to teach me everybody is not your friend. And as an only child, that's one of our biggest, that's one of our biggest personality traits. We are friends to the end. We are the biggest fucking Barneys on the planet. Only children. Oh my God. If we see a motherfucking purple dinosaur, bitch, we flipping over. We trying to be outside all night and all evening. We get excited about a motherfucking friend, an only child, and that could be your downfall. That could be your downfall. Cause we like glitter and we'll run to that motherfucker in a minute because we're kids in our brains. And she was trying to show me and teach me everything glitter ain't gold. You trying to run to the animals. You can't be living with the animals, fool. That's what she was trying to tell me. And a lot of times when she would warn me about people, I didn't listen and I got bit in the ass. I got bit in the ass. And then I come back looking crazy. And then she be looking at me like, I tried to tell you that. There's no looking at the big picture. We don't know each other. It doesn't seem like there's a truce in sight. True, true, true. And we got to be okay with that, T-Lo. That's one thing. We have to be okay with. It's okay. We ain't got to get along with everybody. You ain't got to be, I feel like, and especially me, once Facebook and what's the other one, MySpace came into to existence, we're more excited. We are more focused on having a whole bunch of followers, a whole bunch of friends, a whole bunch of numbers. We are fixated into numbers now. We ain't fixated into genuine goodness. See, those of us who have the pleasure of being around on the earth and having more experience, we remember real interaction. But now the world is totally different. We all go by likes now. So we want to be in the biggest chats. We want to be where the numbers are. We want to be where the money resides. And I feel like maybe that's how we end up getting into, intertwined with some of these folks. And some of these folks is straight up evil, you know? So, like you said, there's no looking at the big picture. You're right. I need to write that down. There's no looking at the big picture. Because a lot of times looking at that damn big picture, sometimes that big picture messes us up. Fake love is in now. That's right. And I'm gonna tell you something. Do we even know what real love looks like now? What's some examples of real love now? What's some real examples of real love, y'all? Self love. Love is free. Time for me to get up and get ready for work. I'm already up. All I gotta do now is get in the shower. And I might as well just go on and stay up. It's time for me to get on up, get on in the shower. Ain't that right? Good morning, Poo Poo. Might as well get on up. I know what real love looks like. It looks like some coffee. That's what I'm finna make myself with some coffee. That's what real love looks like, y'all. Making me some coffee. Child, I don't know. To me, love is being there for people. Showing up. Showing up. Shit, it's the little thing. And sometimes it's the big things too. Sometimes it's the big things too. Enjoyed your chat. Thank you. Thank you so much. Unconditional. That's right. Unconditional. That's right. 'Cause when you think about the people who really, really loved us in our life, like Big Mama, Auntie, Mama, those people, we never had to ask them. They did every morning, some kind of breakfast. If it wasn't nothing but some toast, something would be prepared for you. That's love. That's love. Sharon, if I got $5, I give you $2.50, and I got $2.50, so we can make it through the day. That's love. But if you go on social media, that won't be considered love. That'll be considered brokey. So sometimes I feel Jesus is love. Yes, he is. Love was dying on that cross. Now that's some love. Jesus is love. Good morning, Marley. You tell everybody good morning. You tell them you're going to have a good day today. Hmm? Marley's watching me make my coffee. She wants, well, I don't know what she wants. I gave her two treats not too long ago. I think there was about two. in the morning. She had two treats. I gave her I gave her kibble today. I didn't give her meat, so she's kind of having an attitude. But I've been trying different things with her. Jesus is love. Yes, he is. He is love. Let's see here. Okay, we're gonna use this. I'm gonna use my smaller coffee mug today. I got a big one that I really like, but I know they're gonna have coffee. We're gonna have a staff meeting today. They probably gonna go over our schedules and stuff because the students come Monday. So we probably gonna go through the dismissal and where everything is and all of that. So we gotta be there at 7:45. So by the time I take my shower and I'm gonna go in here and do a little bit of reading and get myself together. I need to I need some more water in here. Hold on, poo. I need to do my Bible reading. It really helps me stay focused. So I'm gonna go ahead and give myself 15 minutes of that. That helps me. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just going straight through on my. I'm doing Terry Lynn Fables. I think God's Plan. It's on the Bible Verse app. So if any of you have ever done those Bible plans, that's the Bible plan that I'm on. Um, so I haven't been as consistent. So I've just gotten through Exodus. So yeah. But hey, it's a year's plan. So even if I don't do within a year, I'm gonna give myself grace. But I need to give myself I'm gonna say a good 15 minutes of uninterrupted time to just pray and read and then kind of write in my Bible journal. So that's what I do. So I need to make sure I give myself that. John 15:13. Greater love has no man than this, that he lays down his life for his friend. Amen. 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 It's about love, y'all. And I got to learn that. I got to learn to exercise that if I want God to, because I definitely, I'm going to end with that. I'm going to end with this, you know, losing my parents now, knowing that they are with the Lord. It's so important to me to see the Lord now, more so than ever. Because anywhere my king and queen are, that's where I want to be, you know. And I felt that way before, but now I feel that way even more. And that's why reading the Bible is so important to me, y'all. It's really important to me. And I never, ever, and I know this is going to sound crazy, I never really thought of it as being this important before. And I'm so grateful that I finally matured enough to stop the foolishness and give God my ear. You know, I went to church, I believed, you know, but I didn't. It's different this time around. It's different because I needed to survive. I needed for survival. And those of you who understand, you understand. You know, I got to do this for me. I got to learn this word in order to keep my sanity. This is my Xanax. This is my way of dealing with the world. This is my way. Because when I watch the news, I get anxiety sometimes because it's so much bad. But when I read the Bible, I have more hope because I watch how God has blessed and what He teaches us as He walked. So it's a lot. It's a whole lot, and I'm glad that I'm finally mature enough to be serious about uh my walk with God. I always had a walk with God, but this time it's more personal. I really, really, I'm desiring it more now. I used to didn't desire it like this. I used to treat it as a choice. Now I crave it. And I'm so grateful to that. Because that means that I'm growing up and that I'm maturing. And that gives me hope. And I know that it makes my parents proud. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know you read your Bible, Nikki. You are my inspiration because the way you know the scriptures, the way you're able to give this scripture for the situation, the way you're quick with it, that's where I want to be. And I've noticed that as I work with more mature women and when I talk to them, as they talk to me, that's what they refer and that's how they get through. Yes. Miss No Days. It's everything. Yes. You are my you are my biggest inspo. And I'm like, you know what? Nikki Howard is on to something. I'm about to really embrace this thing. And ever since I have done it, Nikki, I promise you, my whole life, the way I look at life is totally different. It's totally different. I'm so grateful that I took the time to get started with reading the Bible. Y'all, it is really a game changer. And it's something about that commitment and doing it every day. It's something, it's power in that. It's power in that discipline. And maybe it could be this. It could be that God is saying to me, if you allow me to discipline you, Lucinda, then I will allow you to discipline others. That could be. That could be the message too. Because how can I expect to discipline others if I'm not being disciplined by the Almighty? You see what I'm saying? I read the Bible app every morning. Yes, Tilo. Yes, yes. That's exactly what I do mine through. Mine is through that Bible app. Yep. Everything is on that app. It does everything. I just go back there in that little office area, turn it on, and let it do everything for me. It'll read it to me and everything. All I do is get my little notebook, and sometimes I write little notes and stuff like that. And I write down what I'm reading. Yes. But I do all of that. And I remember my mom used to do something similar to that. She had a little spot, a little desk, and that's what she did. And God definitely will give you peace. Yes, He will. Well, y'all, I got my coffee. It's 5:11. So if I go ahead and get started, that means I can stop at 5:30. I can shower from 5:30 to 5:40. And by 5:45, I should be out of the shower and at least have my clothes on or close to my body by 6. And if I could be out the house a little bit after 7, that'll give me enough time to uh get to work and dilly dally, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here now, y'all, and do my little study. Hopefully I'll do some reels or something today. I'm not really sure about my mood today. I gotta go handle some I need to go to the county clerk's office to have some I'm trying to get all my stuff put in my name for my parents. So I gotta have all that stuff done. I kind of don't want to be bothered with that, but that's fear because I don't know why. I don't know. I think it's anxiety of dealing with things like that. But I am capable. I am smart. Um, I'm able to go in and there ain't nothing for me to do but just be a big girl and know that God already has it and it's already finished. And I just gotta finish taking care of these things and not break down every time I deal with stuff of my parents. It's just time for me to grow up. So I know, I know, I know. I just never knew I'd be doing it by myself. And let me say this to y'all too. Stop when you talking to little girls. Stop saying one day your husband gonna do this. Start saying you're gonna do it. Because as a little girl, people always say when you get a husband, he's gonna do this and this and that. But I'm doing these things. And I feel like in my brain, sometimes I'd be like, "Ooh, I wish I had a man to do so and so, so and so." But I have got to quit speaking that out of my mouth because that's not what I represent. Not that men are not important. I love men and I want me a good man. But you can't just say that you wish you had a man because, girl, that could be anything. You see what I'm saying? So, what I say out of my mouth is powerful. And I got to be careful with that too. So, just as a reminder, just when we speaking to the kids, speak it into them. If you have a boy, teach him how to wash dishes. Don't say your wife gonna wash. No, just teach them how to do things. Stop putting gender on things because, and I'm not saying that my parents did that intentionally, but sometimes I think as a woman, how many children you got? I don't have any children. I don't have any children. I've raised hundreds and thousands of children, but I don't have any biological children. But I got 1,000. I got about 10, 20,000 children, but I didn't give birth to none of them. But I got a lot of children. I'm gonna stop saying that too. When people start asking me from now on, when people start asking me how many children I'm gonna get, how many children do I have, I'm gonna start saying 25,000, 30,000, 40,000. I'm gonna quit saying that because I do have children. That's another thing I'm getting ready to stop. Two things I'm getting ready to stop. Speaking gender and speaking children. Because I realize that I do that too. I do that too. And I need to stop that. It's power in the tongue and it's power what I say. Yep. All right, y'all. It's Bible study time. Love you later. Mwah. Bye-bye.